Hello, guys. Welcome to Castcast. I am your host, Casty Streeter, and today we are doing from worst to first a reaction to every NFL fans to their teams and what happened. So, starting off, we are going to go in draft order, like I said, from worst to first. And we're going to start off with the Tennessee Titans. Good Lord, you guys, what's up with Will Levis? Seemingly plays fine at times. Good Lord, does he have the hustle? He has the running, he has the athletic ability. But we are marred by these turnovers he's having late in the game. Oh, week one against the Bears. A game we could have won. A game that could have propelled our season in the right direction. But oh no, we got completely derailed. 3 wins? Holy Lord, what are we gonna do? Let's just hope that one of these QBs that we potentially draft will work out next season. We're Cleveland. We're hated because we have a QB that nobody likes. No longer are the days that we hear about the massage parlor. We're leaving that up to our AFC North rival, the Ravens, and Justin Tucker, sadly enough. Now, we look as though we're not going to have Myles Garrett next year. We've wasted Nick Chubb's prime. And the only game that we seemingly put up a good fight in was against the Steelers in the snow. What in the world? How could it get any worse than this? We're the Giants. Not only are we going to get rid of Vanilla Vic, Daniel Jones, and then he's going to sign with the Vikings on their practice squad and still get support from Saquon Barkley. But we are such a dumbfounded organization that lies within the cursed state of New York, where our stadium's not even in New York, and potentially why the juju's bad. Oh man, Malik Neighbors being the only star on this team. Please stay healthy all of next year. We don't want to see you getting all these concussions so early in your career. Please save us. We're New England. We drafted Drake May. Not only did we fire Mayo after the season, but we picked up Vrabel, another seemingly lifer patriot who is known by Kraft and will carry this team to the future. But alas, this is about this season. Drake May without any O-line, without any really proven weapons. Goodness, you are a surgeon with that arm of yours. Not only do I think that this guy can be the franchise QB for 17 years, but he deserves an O-line, some weapons, and then he had a defense that was less than average, which never would have happened under Bill Belichick. What in the world is going to happen? Hopefully we don't go on a coach carousel like the Bears and ruin May. We're Jacksonville. Not only is Doug Peterson a dog water coach that should have been fired early on in the season because we lost our home field advantage in Europe, a place we usually would win, lost to the Bears. I don't know who else we lost to. Oh, Trevor Lawrence is getting beat up this year. Oh, Brian Thomas, what a good pickup he was. But what good is it if you have an O-line that's as shoddy as ours? Oh man, Trevor Lawrence, please don't take hits like that. We still think you've got it. We still believe. Goodness, this team needs a star and some better leadership. Duval. We're the Raiders. We seemingly have some of the lowest amount of star players in the league. And Max Crosby missed his first game in his NFL career, being the Iron Man that he is. Why in the world do we have Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew? Oh, we tried to go for Ben Johnson at the end of the year. That did not really work out, did it? What in the world is going to happen to us? Not only do we let all of our star players go, but we don't have a single star to speak of that is worth his name in gold, besides Max Crosby, who might even leave this offseason. We're the Jets. We had such high expectations this year due to the fact that, we finally have Aaron Rodgers healthy and hopefully nothing crazy happens to him in the first 5 snaps. Oh boy, not only does our offense not have rhythm, but we're going to make Hackett, we're going to remove Hackett from play calling. We're going to see if this other guy works out. We're going to fire Saleh. And we're not going to give a game ball to our new head coach, who's going to leave us because he's like, screw this organization. And their owner, Woody, and, his son, who's 17 years old. What in the world is up with this team and this culture? The curse of Jersey? Who knows? We're Carolina. We seemingly have one of the lowest margins of talent in the league. Our defense, which used to be, pretty good, just doesn't seem to do anything special. Maybe you get rid of one of your leaders, to the Giants, who somehow did worse than you. Bryce Young, I'll be honest, started off bad. Maybe he could have a resurgence, cleanse some of his ghosts of his rookie season. Oh no, he didn't. He got benched for the Red Rocket. Later in the season, though, Bryce Young is our man. He's finally emerged as a guy that we can build around, and we're not just going to automatically go to square one. I think it's hilarious how people say a draft need is QB, when Bryce Young seemingly played a lot better down the stretch and made the Panthers more competitive than anyone would think late in the season, competing against the Super Bowl favorite Chiefs down to the wire. We're New Orleans, the Cap Hell Kings. Not only did we think Derek Carr could save us, but he looked great early on and then returned back down to earth. The number 1 scoring offense for the first 2 weeks. And then it all went to shit. 3 more wins over 15 games. Not what you want to see. Injury-plagued Saints, salary cap hell Saints. Where do I start? An aging team where you think that, the aging relic that is our savior, Cameron Jordan, turning 36, where did the years go by for this talented stud? I feel sorry for him, a man who wholeheartedly probably deserves a ring, but probably won't ever get it with this team. But what are we going to do? Too many injuries, too much lack of talent. Our wide receiver one, Olave, hurt too much. And then the eventual injuries of Alvin Kamara, who was carrying this team and willing this team to be able to stay in games. Oh, woe is me. Where are we going to be next year with a new coach? We're the Bears. We got Caleb Williams. We got the best wide receiver core in the NFL. Odunze, Keenan Allen, and DJ Moore. Nobody's going to be able to stop us. Oh, but where's our running game? I thought DeAndre Swift was going to be a breath of fresh air for us. Oh, it's no wonder why the Eagles moved on from him. Goodness gracious me. Turns out if you don't have a run game and a shoddy O-line, it's going to put unneeded pressure on our rookie QB, who's not going to deal with it well. There were a lot of picks early, but oh hey, he's playing better later in the season. You know, when they're not forcing him to throw it downfield behind a shoddy O-line. But hey, there's always next year, and we've got more draft picks this year. We're San Fran, who were a Super Bowl favorite going into this season. We didn't lose anybody. The IU holdout, oh, who cares? We still got CMC, Debo, Kittle, Trent Williams, Fred Warner, Nick Bosa. We're going to be fine. Oh no, your defense is going to be a liability because they're yet again going to have to be coached under a new defensive coordinator who is unproven, and you've had to do this every single year. Well, your luck has to run out eventually, doesn't it? Brock Purdy, seemingly an average, little bit above average QB potentially. How little we knew that without the cheat code known as CMC, that he would be so average. And it would be hard to execute because isn't a crazy talented QB. Goodness, how much do we pay him? We're Dallas. We acted like we'd be fine in the offseason. Oh, we're all in. Let's sign Zeke instead of Derrick Henry. Let's wait until literally an hour before the season to announce Dak Prescott's mega extension, the highest paid, low winning playoff quarterback. Oh man, we're set this year. Oh man, I'm CeeDee Lamb. I'm stuck out on an island as the only proven weapon. Nobody gets the ball besides me, but teams have figured that out. Our lackluster offense that seemingly doesn't use a run game under McCarthy. Oh, man, rough as can be. We're Miami. We're going to be fine. So long as Tua stays healthy. You know, we've got so many weapons. You know, we've got a defensive coordinator now that we can believe in because apparently Vic Fangio was the problem. Oh no, we don't tackle very well. We let up so many yards on the run that it's embarrassing, and we are getting gouged left and right. Oh, we can't score a lot because Tua's injured and he's clearly the guy we need at QB. Even with weapons like Waddle, Hill. What are we to do? Oh, Hill comes back. Tua comes back. Goodness gracious me. But we can't close out games. You know, we could have made the playoffs if we won out and the Broncos had lost. But hey, the Chiefs weren't going to let that happen. What a disappointing season. Tyreek Hill, oh man, I want out of this team, man. My success is tied to the QB. Whatever do I do? Oh no, my emotions were high. This is the team I want to be on. We're the Colts. We thought that Anthony Richardson would just automatically be better with some coaching. Oh no, he's not conditioned well. He's getting too tired. Oh, Jonathan Taylor's healthy most of the year. He's carrying this team. He's trying to do things and stuff like that. But oh, hey, isn't it remarkable how you can't win without a QB? And Anthony Richardson is having injury problems, accuracy problems, and just looks way too raw going into his second year. He needs a coach to really mold him. We're Atlanta, the favorites for the NFC South. Nobody can beat us. We finally have a proven quarterback. A proven regular season quarterback coming off an Achilles. Oh my gosh, we with all the weapons we have, Bijan, Algier, Kyle Pitts, Drake London. Who would have thought that Darnell Mooney would have been one of our more effective wide receivers after the Bears didn't bring him back? Goodness gracious me, all this talent, man. And then our defense is really, really good as well, but we have no pass rush. We trade for Judon. We have no pass rush, but we're going to get exposed again and again, even with the studs we have like A.J. Terrell and, Jesse Bates. Yeah, no, man, nobody's going to do that much against our defense. Nah, it's a total team collapse. We had Kirk Cousins. We thought, he could take us to the promised land with the talent we had. Nope. Dirty season for the Dirty Birds. We're Arizona. This year, we're going to have Kyler Murray from the get-go. And while he really, really looks like he has, MVP caliber games early in the season, eventually it all goes away. Goodness gracious me, we don't have much of a defense. We don't have much talent. Who the heck do we even have on defense? We end up getting into these shootouts and playing comeback ball with Kyler. Wow, we were in it in our division up until the last 4 games remaining. But woe is me, we'll get better next year. We're the Bengals. Joe Burrow is going to play out of his mind, look like he's the most elite quarterback in the league. Jamar Chase, triple crown. T. Higgins, who cares that he's somewhat injured at some points during the season? We've got Jamar Chase. We don't have a run game. Who needs a run game when you've got Joe Burrow? We're the defense. The only guy we have trying to prove his weight in gold is Trey Hendrickson. Trey Hendrickson out on an island, leading the league in sacks. But everyone else looking like the only game that they show up in is against the Chiefs early in the season. What is this? Reverse effort season or something like that? We're usually only playing well in October and beyond. But nah, we have Burrow who's playing pretty well the whole year, and then the defense just can never find any sort of semblance of offense. Goodness gracious, what are we going to do? Why isn't Zach Taylor fired yet? We're the Seahawks. We've got so many weapons, and a lot of our weapons are going to stay healthy. Jackson Smith, the Jigba's going to take a jump, but we're going to surrender the postseason to the Rams, not playing well at the end of the year. Turns out our line's a liability. Turns out not having a run game means it's going to catch up to your passing game, and you're not going to be able to win games. Our defense getting gouged on the run quite a bit. Our DBs playing very, very well, though, in the pass game. But as it turns out, if you're getting the time sucked away from you and you're a passing team, good luck. We're Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, who has been completely disregarded in this division. We're the team that nobody thinks Baker can keep playing well. We're the team that, Godwin's on a contract year. Mike Evans is a proven guy. We're going to add we're going to have Rashad White and Bucky Irving, one of the surprise picks of the 2024 draft. Bucky Irving, what a stud you are, and what a career I hope you have. The defense. Our defense is going to look really like we're going to only give up yards to the Falcons, who destroyed us twice within our division. We don't care. We can win the division because we know that they play like crap against any other team. We know that Kirk only looks like an MVP against us. We know that many teams aren't going to be able to run on us. And with our scrappy corners and our ingenious scheme, we're going to be able to hold up pretty well, even with some injuries. Tampa Bay, I just hope we can build on it next year. We're Denver. Not only do people think that Bo Nix wasn't going to do well, people hated the picks. Oh man, not Bo Nix. We don't want Bo Nix. The only weapon he's got is Courtland Sutton. Courtland Sutton, who is the third down king of conversions. A man who seemingly can get enough separation to make it easy on Bo Nix. And even if he is covered well, the hands of a god. Oh man, Courtland Sutton, we love you and we're glad that we didn't trade you. Oh, and Mims, he's going to start cooking later in the season. He's burning guys. He's going up and down the field. What a quick-witted runner this guy is, who is now translating his speed into the passing attack. And oh my goodness, our defense returning to form. After giving up 70 to the Dolphins last year, what a wake-up call that is. Leading the league in sacks overall and playing way more out of their mind than anyone thought because, hey, we don't have that much talent. But hey, yes, we do. We're the Steelers. Oh, we got Russell Wilson, who's a Super Bowl winning QB. What is there to worry about? Oh goodness, I'm feeling the best I've ever felt like a month before the season. Oh, and then he gets an injury. Oh my gosh, hopefully we can weather the storm with Justin Fields. And it's like, yeah, he won a good number of games. 4 out of 6 early on or whatever, but now we got the Moonball King, Russell Wilson. Oh, guess what? He really only does well when he's got a guy who's scrappy enough to go for it. What kind of moonball magic will he have later in the season? Oh, no, one of the worst collapses. Oh, but we're still in the playoffs. We're just going to get steamrolled by the rival Ravens, who apparently Lamar can't beat the Steelers. Oh, what a myth that was. Well, hopefully you guys can find out that grabbing these second-rate quarterbacks isn't going to help your team. We're the Chargers. We finally have a coach that the players can understand and that they can get behind, who isn't going to, have all of his schemes and concepts go over their head. Our defense has had crazy talent for years. They finally now get to prove it under Harbaugh. J.K. Dobbins. Herbert finally gets a little bit of help with a lad called McConkey. Now, what is there to build on? We need to get some more weapons for Herbert, and we need to make sure that we have a run game that is not to be meddled with next year, to protect him a little bit more. Herbert a little banged up, still very serviceable, and is definitely the guy. Oh, Green Bay, woe is me. Jordan Love gets a fat contract after seemingly only, 12 great games to end the season last year. And man, oh man, is this team looking like it's going to take a jump. Oh boy, Love is hurt. Oh no, man, this is not good, especially with how stacked the NFC North is looking. Oh no, but we win with Malik Willis. Malik Willis comes to revive his career with the Packers, going undefeated in those 2 games, and then Love is coming back. Oh man, he does not look like himself, throwing really bad picks, throwing away games, making it hard for the Packers to win, in the turnover differential. Oh man, he finally looks healthy. He stopped throwing picks. And man, oh man, we're making a run to the postseason. This season looks like it's a lot better than what people expected. Oh boy, man, look at all the injuries we've got, against the Eagles. Ah, man, there's no way we're winning this game with Reed, Dobbs, Watson, all these guys hurt. That sucks. Ready to rebuild and refuel for next year. We're Minnesota. We're getting saved by a ginger. A ginger who everybody thought was washed, everyone thought was a bust. But as it turns out, a guy can't carry a team that is bottom dwelling, has terrible coaching, terrible weapons, and just an overall, supporting cast that can they even be deemed supportive? Oh man, our defense, Brian Flores. Man, oh man. Some people thought that it might not work out with Dallas, Turner, Van Ginkel, these guys we brought in, but oh goodness, they've paid dividends, But goodness gracious me, we signed Aaron Jones, but we don't use him in the most pivotal of times. Maybe we should go away from running the football throwing the football, within the red zone and putting so much pressure on this guy that, oh, hey, it looks like our QB problem is rectified after Kirk couldn't take us anywhere. But nah, it is not a good idea to have no run contingency when your quarterback is struggling. We're the Texans. Only reason why we won so many games was because of our dumpster fire division, the weakest division in football potentially. And we can't protect CJ Stroud. Goodness gracious, what happened to the protection he had last year? Sacked a very minimalistic amount of times, but now he's not getting protection and he's panicking because of it. Look at all these wide receiver injuries. Oh, man, I'm sorry, Tank Dell. I really wish you hadn't gotten injured on a touchdown catch. Stephon Diggs, sorry it didn't pan out, with this loaded wide receiver room. And Nico Collins, I apologize for you having to carry the boatload of the catches on what should be a stud wide receiver room. And Joe Mixon, I'm sorry that these guys can't run block for you very well. But this defense. We love this defense. Danielle Hunter, Will Anderson scares the hearts of many QBs on the other side. And it's like our DB room is stacked as all can be, and so are our linebackers. A defense that looks like it's getting overshadowed by the lackluster offense. But make no mistake, they'll be back next year, and they'll be just as scary, if not more so. We're the Rams. We're going to start off our season like the Bengals. We're going to look like we can't win a game. We can't close a game. Oh boy, man, we are in a deep hole in a division that is a lot of teams middling around the 7 to 10 win column. Goodness gracious me. Oh, Stafford, I'm sorry about all the wide receiver injuries. We know that you'll try to we'll try to get some wins out of these other guys with your accuracy. Boy, do you still know how to sling it. I'm sorry for the lackluster cast. It's you and Kyron Williams against the world. Oh, hey, I'm Jared Verse. I'm not a guy who's touted to be the best best pass rusher in the draft here, but I'm going to do everything so well that who cares? I'm a well-rounded cornerstone piece after my first year. I'm going to win Rookie of the Year. And our defense is going to look a whole lot better despite moving on from Aaron Donald. Oh, man. If only he had gotten his toe in, we could have beat the Chiefs week 1. We could have changed the whole dynamic of the year with this win. The Chiefs, oh man, they got kind of lucky. Oh boy, we're kind of middling around our division, not able to, having a couple close games with the Bengals, who honestly should have beaten us. We are a team where Lamar Jackson's playing the best football of his career. MVP caliber, better than the year prior. Derrick Henry, oh my goodness, you don't look like you're 30. What have you been eating? We're the defense. We're only going to show up at the end of the year, and we're going to just look lost on the field before then. We're going to be getting gouged, despite most of our cast still being the same. Oh no, we're just going to turn the dial after the bye week, and we're going to look down like the lockdown defense that we had last year. That was number 1 going into the postseason. Oh boy, we're going to play the Bills, and we are not going to be able to, control and take care of the ball. What a bad end to a season. We're Detroit. We keep Jared Goff and all our weapons in despite being up by so much. We just wanted some really, really sweet revenge against the Cowboys who robbed us last year. Not like it actually affected our season at all, but we want to pummel this team that is down on their luck. We are going to keep on running up the score, blah, 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 blah. We aren't going to rest guys. We're going to keep guys in. Holy crap, what happened to our defense? It's like 17 guys on IR. Oh no, Hayden Hutchinson, the glue that was keeping this defense together with your incredible ability. Oh, but you can come back by the Super Bowl? Oh yeah, why not? We're going to prove that Jared Goff late in the season can't, play from behind, can't throw good downfield balls. Oh, I thought Jared Goff was like an MVP caliber quarterback. Oh, as it turns out, it's the rest of the offense that is carrying Goff. We're the Washington Commanders. Not only did we have the number 2 pick, but we have a new head coach. Nobody expects us to do anything. Oh my goodness. Why is Jaden Daniels look like he's, just a younger version of Lamar Jackson? Hopefully he doesn't develop into Lamar Jackson in a few years. Oh my goodness, what is this? I'm having flashbacks of Aaron Rodgers, says the Bears players, when Jaden Daniels bombs a Hail Mary for the win, essentially ending and breaking the Bears season. Jaden Daniels playing tough through injury. Only real weapons he seems to have a rapport with are Ertz and then Scary Terry. Oh, we're a defense without that much talent. The only problem we're going to have is against the run occasionally. And unfortunately against our division rival Eagles. But we are going to play a lot better than anybody would give us credit for. There's a lot of reason to be positive, and look at all this money we have. Holy crap, we can bring in a plethora of guys in the offseason who are going to want to come here and play with Jaden Daniels. We are Buffalo. Bills Mafia. Josh Allen. Oh my gosh, he won MVP. He so deserved it. Without him on this team, this team would likely be a bottom dweller team because of the young talent on offense. The poise that he needs to be as a leader to, lead this young offense. And a defense that is seemingly not getting better and needs another year to rebuild and retool. But Josh Allen, how I wish you had beaten the Kansas City in the championship game, and how we maybe could have had a better Super Bowl, despite Kansas City being the team that got whooped. Hopefully next year you can grab a wide receiver, grab, a DB and an edge rusher, and you guys can start to turn your whole team into a legit contender. We're Kansas City. Holy Lord. How are we winning all these games? It's almost like these other teams just make, the mistakes at the end of the game, and then the only team to realize it, to be able to beat us legit, besides the Broncos, who we handed a win to, was the Bills. That, hey, we can't hand the ball to Pat Mahomes. We can't hand it to him because, good Lord, he's so good at manipulating the referees and getting calls and all of these sorts of things. But man, oh man, yeah, let's go for that 3-peat. Oh man, what is going on, Patrick? You look like some snub of a QB in the Super Bowl. Like, what is this? The curse of Rex Grossman? What in the world is going on with you? We snatched Saquon from the Giants. Oh my God, behind this O-line, we're going to start the season out 2-2, not look like a threat. But then after our bye, boy, oh boy, are we turning on the afterburners. Saquon with a bunch of runs for 60-plus yards, and he goes untouched. What a dominant O-line this is. 1,600-plus pounds of raw muscle. We're going to take this tackle, Mekhi Becton, at 360. We're going to plug him at guard. We're going to have oversized guards. What a concept. Man, oh man. Who the heck is Zach Bond? Zach Bond, the free agent signing of the season. Good Lord, this bald guy sure can rip heads off on the other team. He gets picks too? Oh my goodness, where was this guy sleeping last year? Oh my gosh, Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, Darius Slay, Cooper DeJean, Quinyon Mitchell, CJ Gardner-Johnson. What can't this defense do? Let's slap around the Chiefs. Let's make them, oh yeah, they got the chance at the 3-peat. Let's give them no chance. We are the champions, my friends. And we'll keep on fighting to the end. Sorry, you guys. That was my singing voice. And while it might be anticlimactic, that is the end of this video. I hope you all liked it. And I hope, that you enjoyed the NFL season. I am sad it's over. It's probably not going to hit me for a few weeks, And then the only thing we have to look forward to is the draft, which I'm still hoping I can go to be honest with you, in Green Bay, because I'm a Packers fan. But, I think that this season was really unique. And I think that, ultimately the Eagles were able to differentiate themselves on the skill margin, at the end of the season and really, learn their identity, learn who they were, and be able to play up to the level that they were. Because with a season where it was like, oh, the Chiefs are winning all these games, but they're not looking like a crazy dominant team besides defense. And then you have the Lions with their injuries. They look dominant on offense, but not as much on defense, obviously, in the later part of the year. And just a lot of teams that showed flashes of brilliance, but the Philadelphia really was able to kind of be the most complete team at the end of the day. I know that they didn't run a lot in the Super Bowl very well, but but Jalen Hurts, I might do kind of a QB reflection video or something like that for Friday, saying what I think about each QB, what I think about each, starting QB for each team and who finished, I guess, starting type of thing. But overall, quite an interesting season this was. And I mean, for Philadelphia, I say congrats. Now we're enemies again. The only reason I wanted you to win was because I really didn't want a Chiefs 3-peat and seeing their owner and, oh, yeah, this team is so special. Because in all honesty, I thought to myself, like, how can you can be a special team being able to win these close games, But how special are you really when it's every single team you play is competing with you, even if they're like a bottom of the barrel team. And it's kind of, it's an interesting discussion that I might have with myself, thinking about it. But what an exciting season. Congratulations, Philadelphia. You're Super Bowl champions. And, hopefully you can deal with the target on your back next season. But as always, this is CastCast. I am your host, Cassidy Streeter. And as always, go Pack Go.